Meghan, our friend Meghan, this week made the most astonishing announcement, which was effectively, as ever, right, the sort of sad, simpering sequel to that non-starter.
No roar of headlines, no fiery press release, just a ripple of palace whispers that spread like frost. Overnight, Meghan Markle found herself edited out of royal life, not with a public decree, but with a single, chilling order. Her name is not to be spoken here. Insiders say even holiday card lists were scrubbed. The move feels clinical, final, yet behind the calm lies months of strain, a monarch's health scare, and a television interview that shattered already cracked trust. Tonight, we're diving into the silent war gripping Britain's most famous family, and the ripple effect echoing from Windsor to Hollywood. Keep watching, because every layer peeled back reveals a choice more ruthless than the last.
There are growing calls to strip Harry and Meghan of their royal titles. The New York Post is reporting that locals in the UK say enough is enough, especially after Prince Harry's disastrous BBC interview, which aired hours after he lost his appeal for taxpayer-funded UK.
But the silence didn't begin in the palace corridors. It started on live television. On May 2nd, 2025, Prince Harry settled into a California studio and told the BBC he still hoped for reconciliation, even as he hammered the family over lost security privileges. Viewers saw vulnerability. William heard betrayal. Sources reveal the future king's anger froze, not flared, a sign of the line finally crossed. A palace aide put it bluntly. That broadcast sealed the door. The backlash was swift but invisible. Within hours, senior household staff received new guidance. No responses, no clarifications, absolute quiet. It was the royals' equivalent of hang up the phone, an information blackout designed to suffocate the story instead of feeding it. Yet William's fury wasn't loud. It was strategic.
You're in America now, and we don't give a shit about you. You're not our fucking prince. You'll never be king. We hate your wife. Stay at home in your $29 million mansion, all right?
By mid-May, reports leaked that Kensington insiders had been told never to utter Meghan's name around the Princess of Wales. Recovery from abdominal surgery already taxed Catherine's nerves. The added stress of Sussex drama was deemed unacceptable. An Us Weekly source quoted by the news called it basically banned, a rule staff followed as religiously as dress codes. If Harry one day asks forgiveness, fine. Meghan, never. Observers call the tactic brutal. Royal historian Angela Levin argues silence starves Meghan of the oxygen she once weaponized: attention. Even critics admit the method works. No quotes mean no fresh narrative to debate. Protecting Kate is only half the story. The other half is the throne. While the Sussex saga simmered, King Charles quietly continued cancer treatments. Doctors are encouraged, palace sources told People, but the schedule lingers into next year. William sensed a vacuum. If his father is in fragile health, someone must shield the crown from turning into reality TV fodder. That someone, he decided, is him. From high-level meetings to family WhatsApp chats.
I just can't stand her. I just think she's such a phony.
Harry's digging an even bigger hole for himself here.
Well, I think he's dug so deep now, he'll strike water any day now.
William's new mantra is containment. No more emotional outbursts like the 2021, "We are very much not a racist family" slip. No more reactive press briefings. Instead, an iron rule. Nothing feeds the scandal beast faster than public sparring. But starving the beast has a side effect. It leaves the other party shouting into a void. Veteran royal aides say the Windsors learned from Meghan's Oprah spectacle. Respond, and you inflame. Ignore, and headlines fade. Insiders quoted in Royal Insider claim the silence is driving Meghan insane. With no rebuttal to counter, every new claim risks looking like one-sided noise. Psychologists call it gray rocking, making oneself so unresponsive that the agitator loses interest. In palace terms, it's dignified retreat, a tactic Queen Elizabeth II perfected. Yet it lands hardest on someone whose public brand trades on narrative control. The stress isn't just playing out behind palace gates, it's spilling onto red carpets. Remember Meghan's triumphant guest edit of British Vogue in 2019? Fast forward to 2022's September issue. Insiders told Page Six her wish list for a dual UK-US cover, not even Beyoncé.
William is reportedly formulating a plan to finally strip Prince Harry and Meghan Markle of their HRH title.
Could demand proved impossible. Editor Edward Enninful, once an ally, walked, politely at first, then totally. Fashion staff whisper about diva-grade requests, her photographer, her copy, global rollout, final veto on cover lines. When the answer was no, the relationship reportedly snapped. This May, multiple outlets confirmed they're no longer on speaking terms. For royal watchers, it's another data point in a pattern. Fast friendships, faster fallouts. And the fallout isn't limited to glossy magazines. From talk show couches to award show after-parties, the Sussex star once drew A-listers. Now, analysts flag a growing chill. YouTube commentators cite producers who no longer return calls. The News Report chronicled yet another friendship-ended headline. Simultaneously, critics blasted Harry and Meghan's newly minted 11-member royal court.
Planned from the beginning. She denied being interested in the royal family, which she totally was. I know someone who knows the ex-husband who said she had a vision board with Prince Harry on it. And
Before they met?
Yes. And she wants to
That's
pretend.
impressive. You got to admit that is impressive.
Branding it hypocritical after years railing against palace bureaucracy. Public sentiment is shifting too. Social media study groups tracking engagement scores note a slide from curious sympathy to fatigued skepticism, a dangerous trend for a brand whose currency is attention. All of which leaves one man in an impossible bind. Despite the palace freeze-out, insiders insist the door for Harry isn't locked, just wedged with conditions. Stop the tell-alls. No more spite-laden deals. Focus on family. William and Kate, sources stress, don't hate him. They hate the spectacle. But Harry's identity and income are now interlaced with Meghan's media narrative. Break away, and he risks undermining every speech, docuseries, and memoir chapter he's delivered. For now, he walks the tightrope, championing veterans at the Invictus Games one week, defending Netflix projects the next. Each step tests how much family patience remains.
Oh my God, I can't even. These two, Meghan and Harry, are the worst.
And whether Meghan's exile becomes a package deal. Which brings us to the final reckoning. Brand versus crown. Monarchies survive by subsuming personal pain beneath institutional stability. Meghan's brand, by contrast, is built on personal confession. Those two forces now collide head-on. As Hollywood goodwill thins and palace doors stay shut, the Duchess faces dwindling leverage. Meanwhile, William's silence sends a message louder than any reply. Some stories die because nobody tells Chapter 2. Fans debate whether the royals are cruel or cautious, but one fact holds. The Crown's prime directive is continuity. If that means quarantining a narrative that threatens to overshadow royal duties, so be it. In fairy tales, banishment comes with banquets and banners. In real life, it arrives as unanswered texts, a phone forever on voicemail, and palace corridors where your name no longer echoes. William's erase and protect strategy may feel icy, yet for a king in waiting, it is pragmatic calculus. Safeguard the throne, shield a recovering wife, and keep ailing Charles's reign free from tabloid tremors. For Meghan, the harshest sentence isn't exile from Britain. It's irrelevance inside the family she once hoped to revolutionize.
She's slaughtered this weekend because there were some business cards in the back of one of her podcasts. She's still using her royal title, HRH, despite our late Queen warning her against.
For Harry, the path back is naughty. Loyalty to his wife versus blood ties to his brother and father. And for the monarchy, the plan is painfully simple. Outlast the storm by refusing to chase the lightning. Whether Meghan will reclaim the narrative or watch it fade is anyone's guess. But for now, the royal family isn't shouting. They're not even whispering. They're just closing the door. And sometimes, the click of that lock is the loudest sound in the world. Let us know your thoughts in the comments.